Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from 11th group. My name is Sekar Pratiwi and my partner Judrada Farhani. In this occasion, we want to present about the communication styles. So the first is we want to know what is communication styles. So communication styles is refers to the choices we tend to make when communicating to the others. We also use different styles depending on with whom we are communicating. Difference in communication style can lead to the barriers in communication success. So the next is the communication style matrix. There are many different models that describe the ways in which we communicate, but one very useful model is based on the work of Dr. Alan Russo. It shows that there are two different dimensions in communication styles. The first is the level of expressiveness, and the second is the level of assertiveness. The next is the communication style matrix. As we see here, we have the matrix of the communication styles. Here we have the high assertiveness, low assertiveness, and direct, spirited, systematic, and considerate. So the assertive communication style is tell the others what to do, while the less assertive style asks the other what should be done. And the more expressive styles show the emotion, while the less expressive style refrain from showing it. And also, the less expressive style will either not express their emotion or will work to hide them. And the next is communication style types. So here we have four the type of communication styles. We can see the first is communication direct styles. The second is spirited communication styles. The third is systematic communication styles. And the last is considerate communication style. So the first is direct communication styles, right? When communication is direct, a person means exactly what they say. There is no implied meaning, insinuation, or mixed message. Think of a scientist saying, the results of the experience are positive, or a journalist saying, the accident occurred at 6 p.m. This is a direct communication. When you say, I like your clothes, and you are being direct, you mean you like the other person's clothes. When being direct communication styles, the speaker's tone of voice is usual, plain, even monotone. Because they are not using a sarcastic or defensive tone or any other inflection that creates a mixed message. And also, direct communication is the only form of communication in many fields, such as science, journalism, and in the legal system. A defendant would not plead guilty in court sarcastically, because the sarcastic tone would be disregarded and it would count as a real guilty. In all important matters in society, people use direct communication. Yeah, for example, is when an airplane communicates with air traffic control. They say directly and exactly what they mean in very specific terms, so they don't use sarcasm or implied things. Since the situation is too important to allow for any misunderstanding. So the type of direct communication style is the first is highly assertive, then not expressive, tend to tell others what to do, not easily show emotion in their communication with the others. Their communication style is meant to be expedient, and the last is they may appear terse and cool to the others. And people with direct communication styles are the go-getters in the group. They will work hard and fast and will brook fail, question or distractions. And the second is spirited communication style. So spirit tend to the enthusiast and intuitive person. They are really friendly people person who make themselves available for the others. And then we can say build a strong relationship and have an extensive network. They are adept at persuading, motivating, and inspiring the others. For the types of the spirit communication style is the first is very interested in the big picture. Then they are the dreamers, the inventors, and the innovators in the group. And their communication may be full of grand ideas and hyperboles that tend to be very persuasive to the others at first. So, people with the spirit communication style love to flesh out the ideas, brainstorming, and talk about the big picture as long as they get to do a lot of the talking. So the third is systematic communication styles. So for the clues to a systematic communication style, we can recognize people who are most comfortable with the styles of communication by the way they speak precisely, relatively slowly, and with a soft volume. So they do not show emotions, they listen more than they speak. They ask rather than what they tell, and their handshake is brief, and also their word space is orderly and tidy. For the style of systematic communication is first is they focus on fact and details rather than opinions and possibilities, and they are probably analyzing the situation and constructing a logical, well thought out response, and they also uncomfortable with expressing their feelings about things and do not like conflict. And the last is charge, grab, and trends are all useful tools for communicating with systematic as well. And here, people with a systematic communication style will focus on facts over opinions. Communication with thinkable evidence is best for systematic persons. They will likely be uncomfortable expressing feelings and will tend to avoid confrontations. And the last is considerate communication styles. So, considerate leaders have low assertiveness and high expressiveness, and also they lead by building a group harmony. And for the style of considerate communications, they are very concerned about the feeling of others, and they are natural trainers and counselors and enjoy helping others to success. And also they like to work with the others, and the last is they will encourage group collaboration and communication. For the tips communication, if you have a considerate communication styles, you should to recognize that other people's opinions about a topic are separate from their opinions about you, and then you must realize that not everyone is comfortable discussing personal topics with work colleagues, and allow others to open personal topics before asking questions. And also, you must respect your own opinion as you respect others' opinions. And also, recognize that you don't have to be friends with everyone, but you should treat others and be trained professionally. And people with a considerate communication style will be very interested in listening and in finding out how you and others are doing. Also, they will want to everyone to have change to speak, and but might refrain from expressing their own opinions if they think it will be displeased to the others. So that's all about the explanation about communication styles types. And thank you so much for the participation. The last, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.